Hello and welcome to this video about the sea serpent GWP. I know I'm a little late to the party about talking about it, but this was one of my most anticipated things I've seen from LEGO in a long time, because I really want more vehicles and smaller themes for LEGO Castle, and the sea serpent, I think it's one of the most iconic things from LEGO, and it just shows how much people have talked about it and tried to improve it and everything, that people really want a new theme of just smaller builds like this. So I want to talk about what I think about this new sea serpent compared to the old one, because I had the old one when I was a kid, but I don't know how to build it anymore, and don't know where any of the pieces are, because it's all over the place between me, my brother, and my little sister, where the pieces are. So I'm probably never going to get that built again, and the sale is gone forever. So getting this new version, I was actually pretty happy, because I think it's a cool build. All in all, I've done one change to it, but that's a small change that is easy to make without anything else. And there was one thing I wish they have added, more than just all of this we have. But let's have a look at it and talk about it. So first off, the small change I've made, as you can actually see, it's a change many people have talked about, is just instead of placing this one here, I placed it here, so we are getting a bigger gap, making it more symmetrical all the way around. It's a small change, but I think it just turn out better when you have your miniatures standing on it. I think it's just look a little bit better, and I think it's such a small change that I had to do it, because I think it's cool to make that. But all in all, if we just remove the minifigs, I think this is one of my it's actually a really solid build all in all, because you have small secrets here where there's cookage underneath. You have this brand new sail that I think it's so awesome, and the boat pieces which makes it very easy. Let's see if we can take it. No, it's very stuck. This piece that covers up most of it, making it easy to actually make a boat. I think it's an absolute shame that LEGO don't make more of these kinds of medieval transporting, because I think it's a very good way to, for example, building a armada. I love having boats in my worlds I'm literally making. So getting this little awesome sea serpent, I absolutely think it's almost perfect. Of course, there are things you could have changed, and you can always find mistakes in everything. The only thing I probably would have changed is probably this flag colors. I would probably have make this one red instead, so it fit with the flag. But all in all, this is cosmetic things that I can make myself if I really want to. And of course we have the department, and you can now open up and see the treasure room, and I think generally this is a very good GWP. But I just wish it was we were able to buy more of them in stores. And it's probably my biggest problem with the GWP, because I even love the minifigs we get with them. We get these two minifigs that have the Gryphonite torso now with blue arms, and I've heard some people saying that you could make those already just by buying Griffin minifigurines and change their arms around. But I'm not someone who enjoy fiddling around with taking arm off minifigs, so getting these blue characters I really like, and I love the new shield. I think this is probably the best shield we've gotten in ages, and I really hope that it's not just stuck in a GWP forever, because making a whole new army of dragon warriors fitting this, I would love to, especially because I kind of like it more than the Griffin shield, which I have. 2 seconds. I actually have one right over here. Because while I do love the Griffin shield, I think this is just more vibrant in colors. So I hope that LEGO don't make this a one-off, one-off characters and continues producing them. And the reason why I actually don't mind these torso is because it goes back to the Dragon Knights in the past was actually just reused of other torsos except for one. So I think it's a really, really good callback to it by having them reusing the Griffin Knight's torso. And I even don't mind the black leg because these are made to stand on a boat if you have them displayed. And even if you use them, most of the focus would be on having them stand with their weapons out. And while I rather have a new shield piece than mold leg piecing indefinitely. But again, I really hope it doesn't just stay in as a GWP. But that brings me to my one critique. And I know it's a stupid critique because in the original Sea Serpent, we had the titular Black Knight, and he was actually very prominent all over the Dragon Knights, the Black Knights theme. So I'm really sad that we never got one. So I actually tried to see if I could make one using just standard pieces. And just by using standard legs with, funny enough, an old ninja torso together with a breastplate and a random helmet, I made this, I think, actually look better like this. We can also have it visor up. I really wish that we have gotten this really standard knight with him, because again, it is a little expensive GWP, and just having a very, very basic knight, even if it was just printed on him, the armor, I really have enjoyed it, because this was probably the thing I liked the most about the original Sea Serpent was we were never told which faction he actually belonged to. He could have been a Black Falcon, or he could be a Dragon Knight. And that was the beauty of him. So all in all, this is probably the one thing I would have added to this build was just an extra minifigurine of a Black Knight character's kind of dude. And of course, people will say that it probably would have driven the prices up for how to get it. But again, I don't think this should have been the defining factor to getting the Black Knight into your build. So all in all, this has probably been my favorite build I have built in a long time that haven't been one of my own creations. Just because it's such a throwback to such a good build, and it fits so much well into my, I can see if I can show it, my currently expanding sea of boats I have making. But again, it's because I enjoy boats. So all in all, is it worth these the amount of money you needed to buy for? I don't know, but I actually think it was. I have enjoyed it, and I haven't regretting buying the things I did to get this, because it was such a good build. And again, I could probably talk more about it if I really want to, but I think I've said everything I need to say. Oh, one more thing. I love that that the shield can actually be placed here. That they have just like the old times, so you can actually, if you just want to have the shield placed, they can fit here. And I know this is why people said we should have more shields, but again, I don't know. Maybe not. I'd rather have an extra minifigurines if it meant that, and then just 2 shield, and hopefully they're going to make more of these shields in actually things we can buy, and not just big sets like the Lion Knight's castle and something like that. I want cheaper medieval things for both people who wants to make medieval stuff and people who wants to army building, because these are good armies. And I really hate that the Griffin Knight are locked behind the vending machine, or you have to buy them via pick-a-brick. So I hope Lego will listen to the fandom and give us either the Griffin Knights or a new version of the Dragon Knights. But of course, do I think so? I don't know, but I can always hope. So all in all, that has been my very late review of the new Sea Serpent. what I would have added, the small changes I've made, and all in all, what I think about the build in general. So yeah, I hope you enjoy and have a nice day. Bye.